Why do you need a business plan? Now you should ask yourself, why do you need to do business, right? If you have started in this field, you should know what and why are you doing things, right? So maybe you come across, doing your 9 to 5 job and want to quit or maybe move forward and do something else with your life, right? So what do you think you will do? You need to have a plan, right? In fact, I remember, even for job also, you need to have a plan, right? um, let's say you want to become an engineer, right, or an artist or whatever. You need to have a plan that I want to become this kind of artist, like let's say, mm, uh, oil painting artist, or designer, logo designer kind of artist, or like some other like in case of engineering, you can say that you want to become a civil engineer, or you want to become a computer engineer, or do you want to become a electrical engineer, like that, right? So you need to select a particular niche, right, that you want to do engineering in this. Likewise, you need to select a niche in business as well, right? So you know there are lots of market, where you can start your business in. Like you can start your business in health and wellness sector, you can start your business in money making industry, or you can start business in any other thing, right? But here's the thing, you need to select that first, right? So today I will be talking about what your business plan should be, right? So there are a few questions that you need to ask yourself before starting a business. Now just let me see what are those questions, right? So let's have a look at those questions, and here they are, right? So you need to be asking yourself, what is your target audience? I mean, if you chose to do something like, let's say you chose a business like MLM, or maybe you want to create your own business like a software company, right? They all are legit business, right? But you need to select your target audience, right? So if you are creating a software company, you need audience which are more interested into tech, right? And not those audiences which are interested in watching pranks on YouTube, right? So you need to build your content around that, right? So first you need to be clear, what kind of audience do you want? And before that you need to select a niche. Like you want to build a software company, that's done, one thing is done. Next thing is, what is your audience are those people which are more interested in tech, right? So you will select those people which are interested in tech, right? And the next thing is, what's most important to my ideal customer, right? So now, you have your audience, right? You developed, let's say, a software, right? And now you have an audience. Now they are watching your YouTube channel, and maybe some of them are interested in what you have to offer, right? And they want to buy. Now you need to select the traits that they have, right? So which are the person which are most likely to benefit from your software, right? Let's say for example you developed photo editing software, right? Most people that are going to use your software are those people who are good at creating your content in their channel, right? And then you'll offer such products to them only. So what you will write there is that I want people who are you know dedicated artists or content creator, right, or business person, right, who develop content on a regular basis, right? So you can upsell more products if you want, right? But let's say for this particular product, let's say for your software of editing software, I want those people who are creative, right? They want to create a blog or something like that, and that's why they need editing software, right? Maybe they are a YouTuber, right? Maybe they are blog post, blog artist, whatever they or maybe they are logo designers, right? So write all that stuff over here, right? S- all right. And what is your business model? Clearly your business model is to, you created a software, right? So your business model is your own business, right? And the other thing is products I sell or promote, right? So what products do you have? You have this photo editing software, right? So you'll write it there. And how will I convert leads into sales, right? So what are leads in the first place? So leads are those people who are somewhat interested in your product, right? And they want to have a look at what you have to offer. They watch your video and think about it, right? But those some of those will, actually, go into your YouTube, go into your link and see the product, right? Let's say you have the software, so you gave a link on the YouTube description and they clicked on it and they want to buy that software, right? Now what they do is what you do is you collect that information, the contact info, and then now you can later, you know uh, follow up with them if they by chance forgot to purchase the product, or maybe they want to put things to, later, right? And you as an entrepreneur don't want your customers to, you know run away, right? Or wander off to something else or watch some other YouTube video and get distracted in the way. So what you will do is you'll collect the contact information and constantly send to them, right? So that is one strategy, right? So this is how I will convert my leads to sales, by email marketing, right? Now, all right. So what does my ideal customer hang out? Where does my ideal customer hang out? Sorry. And so where can I market them at, right? So your, let's say for the same example, your ideal customer hangs out on, internet, Google, YouTube, right? Because they are techie and they want to learn more about, technical stuff. And yeah, so you choose this platform, YouTube. Yeah, they search on YouTube about the software, right? Or whatever, they need help with some software, so you make some content around that, right? And then you attract these customers, right? So that is how you determine where your potential customers are there, right? And what is your marketing strategy? So one free marketing strategy, it can be anything. Let's say you have created a YouTube channel, right? Or a Reddit, or Instagram, Quora, you can use anything, right? So that is all the free strategies that you have, right? That is what I'm telling you now. Another question is, what is your paid marketing strategy? Now it is very important that you have some paid marketing as well, because free can do only, to a some extent, right? Could be beneficial for some extent, but paid market, advertising is way better than free one, because you get results quite fast. In free you might have to wait for a longer period of time, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, maybe even longer than that. But in paid market, advertising, you just the Facebook, according to its algorithm, if you choose to advertise on Facebook or maybe on YouTube, right? They choose their audiences, they already have built a list of audiences for that, for your content, and then they will target them, right? So that's how you are going to reach your potential customer, right? And that is a very fast, way to get noticed, right? And that is why I recommend that you should have at least one paid advertisement. If not, it's okay if you are starting out initially, gather up some sales. But I recommend that if you have money, then you should definitely go with one paid marketing strategy. So you need to ask yourself, if you are not able to afford that right now, no worries, but you should put in that question in your business plan. And the next thing is, what are the three skills I need to develop, right? So as an entrepreneur, what are the things that you need to know, right? So let's say, you want to do follow up with your customers, right? And let's say you chose to, convert your leads to sales by the method of email marketing, as I was saying. So you need to write those emails, right? So you need copywriting, right? Copywriting means that you write something that is used to persuade others to purchase a product. Let's say your product, let's say your software, right? So that is what it is about, right? So let's say you have a copywriting, or you want to create a proper YouTube video, right? If your video is not proper, it's okay. You learn by making mistakes, but you need to get started with it, right? That's your goal, right? Or you want to design ads so that it attracts more customer, right? So you need to learn that skill also. Or maybe you want to do SEO on blogs, right? So all these skills. Now there is one other thing you can do with this, is that you can outsource these skills to some other people, right? And they'll do it for you, for in exchange for money, of course, right? And yeah, with that you can um, scale, or maybe you can say grow your business way faster, right? But anyways, if you want to do anything fast, you need to spend more money on your business, right? So all right, and the other thing is, what is your budget, right? So you need to plan the budget for your business, right? Let's say you want to you have a you are running your business for 1 year. Let's say you thought of like running your business for 1 year, right? And what kind of budget do you have to launch your business successfully in 1 year of time, right? Now your business is right now at infancy, right? Because you just started, let's say. And now what you need is a plan to grow it into a successful, profitable business within a time of, let's say, 1 year. Now this is your goal, right? Now you need to list down what are the things that you will be spending on, right, in this 1 year time frame, right? So you need ads, or you need to create a blog, or you need to create a website, right? And of course you created the software, so there were some developer expenses like that. You should note that down. Let's say that came out to be 1,000, sorry, 10,000 or 100,000 or whatever, right? And keep a note of, right? And that way you get started with it, right? And then what you have is your financial goal for your business, right? Now you created a budget. Let's say you built a software, right, for photo editing. So it's gonna cost you about $100,000, right? And yeah, suppose it costs $100,000. You hired a few of the experts, or outsource. Yeah, so now you list down your expenses. It's 50,000 or 100,000. Now, what is your financial goal next for this year, right? So now you have done all these expenses, all this advertising, and everything. Now, what you want is to get paid, right? Obviously, you build the business to gain money, right, and gain some exposure, learn throughout the journey, right? But you also need the revenue. So let's say you planned this all things out, and you have kept a figure in mind. Let's say I'll make $150,000 this year, right? So you're gonna spend $100,000. You're gonna make $150,000. So effectively, you made $50,000, right? So that is your business plan, right? When you're starting initially, right? So that all things you need to keep in mind. And once you wrote all the questions and all the answers to it, right, just have a look at it and see what to do about it. At the beginning of the year, just write all these questions and their answers, and a month after month, have a look at it. Put a check mark against which all things you have taken into consideration. Or if you want to change anything, you can do that. But you need to have a plan. You need to follow something, right? If you go arbitrarily and started doing anything else, right, that is going to be a lot of problem, isn't it? Right? And if you have no plan, probably you'll get lost in the middle, right? So actually, I started with MLM, right? And yeah, I had no business plan, and I just wandered off after some time. And that is something, a problem, right? You just wandered off, and fortunately I did not put that much investment. But if you are putting a lot of investment in it and you wander off in between, then it will be a huge loss. And that's why people are so afraid of investing in their business, right? I personally then started with affiliate marketing, right? And it has changed my life, right now I'm actually going through the process. But soon I will become a very successful man. And that's why I'm creating these videos, to share with you guys, that what is my journey, and what are the challenges that I have to face, right? And maybe someday I'll look at this video when I'm successful, and yeah, I'll get reminded of the old times. So thank you for watching. Until next time.